thought I'd just do a little audit and let you know what's going on. So I have acquired a target. This target is very interesting. I know I've been talking to you guys about getting politicians, but that's proving to be a lot more difficult than I thought. I just don't have the contacts. However, serendipity strikes, and I have either acquired one of the most interesting and important people in American and British and British history, or the guy is a lunatic and I've been conned. But I'm going to leave that to you guys to discover. Hopefully we're going to have something pretty soon for you to take apart and enjoy. The subject is willing to be interviewed, pliable, with cider, you might say. An extraordinary individual. Absolutely extraordinary. So you should look forward to it, because it's going to be absolutely amazing. So be prepared to be blown out of the water, because you will be. This guy is so interesting and so important that you would actually wonder how JC Audits managed to acquire this subject. I've also contemplated changing the format, becoming an overt channel instead of more covert, but to be honest, my readers don't give a damn about that kind of thing, so my viewers, so I'm not going to do that. So yeah. my God. So welcome to JC Audits radio show, the show where you listen to JC. And so today we're going to talk about asylum seekers. There are people coming into this country to seek asylum, and I believe we should let them in. We should let them in. We should house them, clothe them, feed them at the UK taxpayers' expense until such as time as their asylum case has been decided. If not in their favour, they should be ejected from the country, and if they're successful in the application, then they should be encouraged to settle and to integrate into our British society. That is my opinion. I would love to hear yours, so feel free to chime in on this subject. I'll get back to you in due course. The next subject I want to talk about today, and I encourage people to phone in, would be masturbation. Now, there are a lot of people that masturbate out there, including somebody very, very close to me. There are reports that masturbation can cause pleasure, and that masturbation can cause pain. But usually masturbation can cause pleasure. And indeed, I've seen reports, not only in the Bible, but also in the popular press, that there are some conditions where masturbation can cause significant amounts of pain. But the cost-benefit ratio is definitely in favour of masturbating. So I encourage all users, people listening to this podcast or radio show or whatever you want to call it, is to get their bits out, obviously in privacy if you're at home, or in public. I would advise against doing that in public in the UK, because we're kind of decent bunch now in the year 2024. So I would encourage you not to masturbate in public, because it could be considered a public order offence, and that could lead to criminal proceedings against yourself. So that's another subject I wanted to broach on this forum. The other subject is quite topical and is quite recent, shall we say, is the Chinese New Year. Now, the Chinese New Year happens on Sunday. It's the Year of the Snake, which is quite apt considering that we were talking about masturbation, and most of my viewers are male, and indeed a lot of the men have penises, and in some cultures the penis is considered as a snake. Indeed, the rock and roll band slash heavy metal band Whitesnake could also be seen as a play on white penis. In addition to that, the topic of the Chinese New Year, I would like to just mention my angle on it, which is Chinese New should be encouraged, but there should also be a sort of secular alternative to a Jewish festival to be celebrated as well. And the same for Christian and also Muslim. So maybe you have any ideas that you want to share, but please do share them with me. Also, I would like to bring up another subject for you to discuss on this channel, and that would be the subject of sex education in our UK schools. Do you think we're getting enough sex education? Should there be more? Should there be less? What do we think of the teenage pregnancy rate? Is it good, bad, or indifferent? Do we want to raise the age of consent? If so, by how many years? The other thing is, I suppose, is the UK speed limit. Should that be raised? There's talk about that we should raise the speed limits on motorways now. It's been the same for a number of years. I don't know what your impression is of that or on that. Are you for a general raising of the speed limit? If so, maybe say a few words on the subject. I'd be very interested to find out what your thoughts are on that. Additionally, how important is Jesus Christ to our everyday lives, either as Muslims or as Jews? How can we, and should we indeed, develop more of the teachings of Jesus Christ into our life, into our society? What do you think of that? Should we have more Jesus in our lives or less? Perhaps you've got an opinion about that. Be very interested to hear about that. So very diverse number of subjects. If you want to comment on some of those subjects, please head to the community section of the channel. Just remember there will be an interview coming up shortly. Quite a good interview, if you don't mind me saying, with a very interesting person. So I don't know if you want to do that or not, but definitely do consider it. If you're able to. Yeah, so this live will end soon. So please do look over it when you've got time. Maybe you're doing some washing up or something, and then you'll see what I've been discussing. please do try to comment if you can. If not, that's fair. Yeah, well, thank you very much for joining the channel. Thank you for your contribution. And thanks in advance for your engagement. Looking forward to chat with you soon. This is JC signing out.